Yohana from Tanzania is on, and he had an experience he'd like to have you look at, Duane, if you could. And Yohana's, again, from Tanzania. He came, I met him about 6 months ago, and he's doing environmental work with the Ganako Youth Foundation, planting trees, doing a lot of work with the environment. And he even and he took up the NUUU, and he had an experience with it the other night. But I can share it here. He wrote it to me. It's a short experience. But, as I said, he even has the new on his logo on his website now, and he's been doing the NUUU. And here's his experience from the other night. He says, "I'm doing well with my nursery and also saving the environment. I dreamed that we were singing the NUUU song, I together with my colleagues, cultural tour guide, while sitting on the ground. That is, someone sings it and then we respond. The one who sings, he is an African man, but not our fellow guide. Also sings in Spanish and mixes it with English. Please interpret this dream for me. What does it mean?" One thing I saw was that they're sitting on the ground, so that's indicating that, okay, it's bringing the NUUU into the physical, maybe with what he's doing. He's doing something with the environment, so he's bringing it in. I'm not sure about the Spanish and English part of it, but if you have anything you see with that, Duane, go ahead.
It's very simple. And again, where are we at, Val? So, it all implies. So a little step at a time, things are introduced to people. Just like when we went to school in kindergarten, we did these little funny things a step at a time. And as we went through the grades, we better understood what's going on. And so little by little, it's showing that, what they're doing and using the NUUU also, well, they'll have the awareness as to more so with the bigger picture. And that is that little by little people are getting it. And, they may not really understand it right away or do the NUUU, etc., but they are seeing what's going on with the earth. And that's the first big step for everybody. That's why I chose to use the label of the all-natural environment, etc., more than just nature, okay? Nature is a cute word for things that are happening with the birds and the plants and the animals, but the all-natural environment includes, the awareness that all life is and its endlessness environment for all of us. And so to just simply become aware of that, and why destroy where we are at doesn't make sense. But for those that want to control others, yes, it does make sense. They don't care. But in the meantime, this experience, it's very simple. So it's little bits at a time. And again, we're in Mexico, aren't we? And they do speak Spanish down here. So little hints. So when we have the experiences, for the most part, not only are we taking part in something, but it's also a hint to something else. And so that's up to the person to decide. And as more agree, because they'll see what we're doing, and there's a lot going on just on this planet. You've got basically a couple of forces at each other. One wants to destroy it, one wants to save the planet, and you got variables in there, of course. But it's happening. It's happening in so many different ways. And the NUUU, when people are willing to sing the NUUU, well, this will enhance their awareness and their guidance. What they're saying is that I want real guidance, etc. So, first of all, when you have experiences, just simply take a look at what's happening in the experience, not necessarily all the time. What does it mean? Okay, and yes, our mind, that's our personal self that jumps in there. But learn to just see the actions of what's taking place. Learn to look at it that way. Learn to see what's going on. And then deliver what you can to the personal self. So the personal self is like a filing cabinet. That's all it is. It's the filing cabinet, like in your house. But it's the real awareness that wants to recognize how to free itself from restriction so it can have a life that pertains to all life. It's so cool, but doesn't always know that yet. Again, the experience is self-evident. It's very simple to see. He's doing the NUUU, and then there are other little hints there, so you never know. But what he's doing with the environment, yes, that is something, but there's always more. And as he does the NUUU, because it's about awareness, and yes, we have experiences, but aside from the experience, just like Kevin's or anybody else's, mine, what have you, it's the awareness. So it's like the air we breathe. The air is aware. And that's the awareness life is. It's invisible according to what is in creation and physical and other things. And that's okay. So we have the two, but we have the awareness, and it always is. So again, the Spanish, that's a hint because, basically, do they speak Spanish in Africa? No, they speak, basically they speak French and English. So, but that's a connection too, isn't it? Because we're in Mexico. But there's many ways to look at that. So again, very simple, and yes, sitting on the ground, in a way they're grounded. When you're totally on your back, you're very grounded because you're looking up at the sky. And sitting there is a position that, just like the Indians did, they sat around in a powwow, and their focus was on the natural environment, wasn't it? So, fun thing. Yes, thank you, Val. And thank the person that's sharing it. Thank you.